Turn now to our coverage of COVID-19, focusing on one of those hotspot provinces in the country. Ontario today reporting 694 new cases today. The majority of those new infections are among, once again, people who are unvaccinated or have unknown vaccination status. Today's number is down, however, from yesterday's count of 740. But the number to focus on here is the province-wide positivity rate. It now stands at 3.6%. It's the highest it's been in 3 months. Meantime, CTV News has learned that Ontario will unveil plans for a vaccine certificate this week. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Colin DeMello joins me now to talk more about this. Colin, good to see you. So here we go. Big cabinet meeting happened today, or happening today, I should say. Walk us through sort of what we can expect, what's going to come out of this.
Well, we are expecting some kind of a vaccine certificate. I've been told that it's not going to be, a hard pass. It's not going to be like a driver's license health card type of card similar to what Manitoba has. It'll be more along the lines of what Ontario already has, which is, a receipt at the end of your 2-dose regimen to go get the COVID-19 vaccine. So this is one of those things where the government saw the light of day on this. There's been a lot of internal pressure, external pressure as well from the business community, from the health community, saying, the vaccine certificate is the best way to kind of keep businesses open during what is now the 4th wave of COVID-19. So we're expecting to hear this sometime either, tomorrow or Wednesday from the Ford government in terms of what this is going to look like. But Angie, there are a lot of questions, right? What are the parameters for the vaccine certificate to actually be enacted? I mean, the thought is going to be probably dormant until it's needed, but what are the parameters to actually bring it into force? And will it be an individual business that gets to decide that? Will it be a local public health unit? Or will it be the province at large that gets to decide that? So there are a lot of questions still unanswered. We just don't know when exactly those questions are going to be answered.
And it all comes around that messaging, Colin, in terms of what people need to know and what the direction the province is taking here. How are the opposition parties reacting to this? Are they on board with this decision? Is it enough?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of the opposition parties have been calling for weeks and months now for two things, right? Mandatory vaccines and vaccine certificates, because that really has been what the infectious disease community has been calling for as maybe not the panacea to kind of solve everything with the pandemic, but certainly as a way to kind of tamp down what's happening with COVID-19. So there is some, happiness there. I mean, they are pleased that this is happening. But one of the things the opposition parties did today was they actually convened a forum. They got the NDP, the Green Party, and the Liberal Party together to kind of, meet with healthcare, business community leaders to talk about the 4th wave. Absent from that meeting was Premier Doug Ford or any representative from the Ford government. The opposition has been trying to get the government to have some kind of a forum with all the opposition leaders so that they can, bring a wide range of ideas to the table. And the Ford government has repeatedly rejected those calls, which is why the opposition took it upon themselves to hold a summit of their own. And we're kind of presenting some of the ideas from that summit. But there is certainly a lot of pleasure, or, they are pleased that the Ford government is taking this step. But a lot of them are saying, it comes too late. Quebec and Manitoba have had their systems in place for weeks, if not months. And Ontario is doing this now just before school gets back into session and just before the 4th wave really takes off.
Yeah, as well. And if you mentioned school there, a lot of questions still about how that's going to look like. All right, CTV's Colin DeMello. Thank you so much for this, Colin. I know we'll be chatting with you today, tomorrow and Wednesday, as we wait for more on that passport. Thanks, Colin.
Thank you.